Here's the truth. There are always going to be people that don't like you. Now, people like to pretend that they don't care what other people think, but let's be honest, okay? We all care what other people think, and even moreover, we care what our friends think. And whatever our friends' opinions are of us, that usually matters to us. It's difficult because I think one of the most basic problems with friendships or with human beings in general is that when we see somebody else, we try to relate to them through ourselves. So for example, if somebody makes a mistake, we'll stop and think, well, I wouldn't have made that mistake. Well, I wouldn't have done it that way. Well, this is why I would have done that thing. The fact of the matter is, we're all built differently. We're all constructed differently. Our personalities are different, and we operate differently. And there isn't one right or wrong way of doing things all the time. There's so much gray area, and all that gray area, all of that kind of in-between stuff, usually has to do with the differences between people. We all judge other individuals. We all see other people and we see their mistakes and we base it on who they are. We take their errors and we say, okay, well, I don't like that person because they did this, or well, I like that person because they did this. When in reality, we all do things that are wrong and we all do things that are right. There's a lot of hypocrisy there. But I think the point that I'm trying to get to more than anything is that if you spend your time making decisions concerned about what other people will think of you, you'll always end up frustrated, because there will always be people that are unhappy with you. Trying to please every individual in your life is impossible. So you think two things. The first thing you think is, how does this affect me? And the second thing you think is, how does this affect other people? And you do the best that you can with that information. And if people are going to judge you, if people are going to assume that they know you, that has nothing to do with you. That's their problem. That's their issue. That's something that's going on inside of them. It's not your job to try and fix it. It's not your job to try and convince them otherwise. And if it's your friend, you can share your feelings with them and try to work it out. But at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do. The thing is, you can't control the way that people think. You can't control the way that people view you. It's impossible. So you just have to do the best with who you are and what you can, and realize that you're human. And if people are incorrect, or maybe they're correct about you, maybe the assumptions they're making are correct, then so be it. Then move on from that and do the best that you can. You know, a lot of people ask me how I deal with online hate. I have a lot of people that dislike what I'm doing, or maybe they don't agree with my opinions, or maybe they don't agree with the things that I say. In that instance, I don't look into that. I don't spend my time scrolling through my YouTube comments and being like, oh, this person said this, how does that make me feel? I just say how I feel, and I try to do it in an appropriate manner, and there's gonna be people that agree with it, and there's gonna be people that don't. That's just life. And the sooner that you accept that, the sooner that you will be comfortable and happy with yourself. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Here's my Twitter, here's my Instagram. I love you all so very, 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 very much.